Get my 6. They're moving all around. Okay, this is the tree where we just did the knock. I thought this would be a better position, but while I was setting up to get a better look back here behind this X, it appears as if they might have gone down this way, but there's probably more than one like usual. So let's just watch the entire area. Okay, it's supposed to be an office day, but I decided to come out and do this anyway because there's some really good things going on right now, and I like to share the good news. There's so much bad news out there. We steer clear of it. We recommend others do as well, but we can't make people's choices for them. A lot of good news going on. Just wanted to share it with you. Okay, first of all, I'm going to make some responses and give some updates. I've got a whole bucket full. Yeah, trust me, everything in here is in here for a reason. It's to give updates and responses, something of which I'm accused of never doing. So I wanted to do that a little bit here today. The stuff about the birds, just wait till you hear about the birds. Okay, I'm not going to make you wait for all of it. I'm going to insert a clip I just took while having breakfast about an hour ago of some rose-breasted grosbeaks. Check this out. This is from an hour ago. Okay, so today we're being visited for the first time ever by these two beautiful male, gotta zoom out, rose-breasted grosbeaks. These are the males. Right there's a close-up. There's two males at our feeder hanging out with a male cardinal and a female cardinal sitting on top of our bluebird box. We have a nest of baby bluebirds in there. This is the first time in the 4.5 years we've lived here that we've ever seen this type of bird. And just a couple of days ago, we saw for the very first time ever the scarlet tanager. So a bunch of firsts here with birds just in the last few days. Isn't that awesome? What's that mean? Second bird species in the last 3 days, of which I've never seen until now. Well, guess what? On the way up the hill, I started bringing my Birds of Virginia book with me. On the way here, and I couldn't get my phone out of my back pocket quick enough to get this one. I saw a third, and it's a bird I've fantasized about seeing. I look in this book, and I'm like, I wish I could see one of these. An indigo bunting. Hear the knocking? They're out here. That's not an indigo bunting. But this is one of the comments I wanted to address. We'll get to this. Couple things first. Here's what's going on. Here's good news. Okay, first of all, I've been helping my beautiful bride dearly, aka Giggly Girl, with her new YouTube channel. A lot of you have already gone over there and subscribed. Thank you very much. If you've missed it, the name of her channel is Life with Dearly. It's none of this. I mean, I know most of you are here for the Bigfoot Sasquatch stuff. She doesn't like doing this, and there's past a certain time of day she won't even come up close to these woods. So her channel is a lot of her cooking videos, her gardening, a lot of homesteading stuff. She's a beautiful girl inside and out. Go check her out, Life with Dearly. Subscribe and like, or as she would say, subscribes and likes, and watch some of her videos. So I've been spending a lot of time helping her with that. We're going to get to the birds, more on the birds, trust me. Been busy with that. Oh, something else that's new. Lay this off to the side. And something good. YouTube, I love YouTube. They do most of the work for you. I mean, you've got to make the videos, you got to create the content. I know it's difficult. Not everybody is privileged enough to have potentially a Bigfoot Sasquatch living in the forest behind their home. That's kind of the hard part. YouTube can't do that for you. But if you're in such a peculiar predicament, and you create content in regard to that, or like deerly cooking, or like many of you are out there, you're YouTubers, you do whatever your passion is, remote control airplanes, fishing, hunting, camping, family time, whatever it is, sports. YouTube actually works to find your audience for you. They will seek out people who are interested in the content you're creating. They recommend videos. A lot of you have come to this channel due to one of our videos, or several of them being recommended to you. You like what you saw, you stayed. Well, YouTube seems to have found moi an entire new audience, a new group of people that's never seen our content before. You can always tell because you get an increase. Well, you can see people commenting you've never seen before. They obviously are not very familiar with your work or what the ongoing saga of what may or may not be living up here in the woods behind your house. So here I'm going to respond to some of these comments. I'm going to give some feedback here. I mean, you can tell they're new because they obviously have seen like 3 minutes of one of your videos and know nothing about you. This guy should read a book. He might find a new hobby. That is, if he knows how to read. Okay, my response: one of 2 books I read this week. It's called Bad Monkey by Carl. I always just enjoy writers whose names are hard to pronounce. Hyacin or Hayson, it could be any of those things. I don't mean to mispronounce it, but I picked this up somewhere on the cheap, and it's a crime comedy, neither of which is my thing. I've never read either. This was both. Loved it. I just ordered another one of his books. Turns out Carl is a journalist. We won't hold that against him. Works for the Miami Herald, I believe it is. Has a regular column. He's been writing novels since the 80s. He's either 57 or 67. I Googled him. Very talented guy. Humorous. Great story. I'm not going to even tell you about this, but you ought to read it. And the way he ties it together at the end is great. It stars, one of the co-stars is the monkey from the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Potentially, it is fiction. So there you go, Miss Lady. Oh, and by the way, this idiot guy or whatever, he's written a few books. We're going to put the link in the description right now. People always ask, where can I get your books? My other name, aside from Crazy Lake, is Kevin Lake, okay? All my books available on Amazon at the link in the description of this video. So yeah, not only does he read, he writes too. So that's one of 2 books I read this week. Okay, this one threw me for a minute. These are comments coming in from the new audience, so I just want to make sure everybody understands kind of what's going on here. Change your hat. I hate your hat. So at first I thought it must be a Hokies fan, one of those people from the other college in Virginia, down there at Virginia Tech. But I noticed this isn't the hat I was wearing. By the way, Dearly, my beautiful bride Dearly, aka Giggly Girl, gave me a wonderful haircut in one of her first videos on her channel, Life with Dearly, and it's in the video. You can go watch that. But this is the hat I was wearing at the time, and so I was like, what's wrong with this hat? Could it be that it is worn here because it is? I've had it for more than a decade. Or could it be because it says Mosul, Iraq, and maybe he thought I was... I don't know what he might have thought when he saw that. Didn't like, maybe he thought I didn't know where I was. I do know where I am. It's in Virginia. But I was here for a year fighting for the right of curmudgeon-y ne'er-do-wellers to make nasty comments to complete strangers on the internet as much as they'd like, without impunity and without serving. It's called freedom of speech. So there you go. And you know what? This one's for you. Can't stand in front of the troops, feel free to stand behind them. Now, got that out of the way. Oh, here was one. It's obvious this guy has never hunted or spent any amount of time in the military. See preceding response. Okay, now that's, oh, here we go. Now, obviously, that was tongue-in-cheek. A lot of people just don't know when I'm being tongue-in-cheek. Okay, so I'll point out that was. But the good news is that these new folks that are coming on in mass, they're pushing the video where the weeds are doing something crazy. Okay, hundreds of thousands. It's just over 100,000 in less than 2 weeks. Entirely new audience coming on board. I love it because these people have never seen me before. They're starstruck. Listen to this. Here's one comment from a new viewer. Someone needs to make sure you are kept away from the general public for safety purposes. Number 2, different commenter, new viewer, happy to have you. I hope this guy doesn't spend time around other people. And then here's another, we're getting slew of these from new viewers, potentially like you. Watch to see if that moves or if that stays stationary. Lastly, in this line of commenting here, is this guy safe in public? So I just want to thank you. I want to thank all of our new viewers who are concerned with my safety. Okay, listen, I know a lot of the Hollywood celebrity types live behind walls, they live behind gates, they have armed security guards. You know, they come out on television and say, ooh, just for example, guns bad, but they have 20 guys with guns protecting their home. Listen, I do genuinely appreciate your concern for my safety, you know, about me going out, you know, do people get starstruck when they see me, these kinds of things. I'm just a normal guy. I'm just a regular, down-to-earth guy like those of you watching this show. I appreciate you being concerned with my safety, but I'm not going to lock myself behind walls like those Hollywood elitists. You know, I'm a normal person. And yeah, we get recognized on the street sometime, me and my family, and they're like, oh, hey, I watch you on YouTube. Great. That's great. We talk. The people are very respectful. They're courteous. They're polite. They go their way, we go ours. I'm not going to get such a big head that even though you are concerned about me going out in public, being around other people, is it safe? I've never felt threatened. Never have I felt threatened. Most of the people we run into who have seen the show have been absolutely wonderful. So thanks for your concern. Now that's addressed. Let's get to the really good stuff. Okay. This is crazy. I was up here, I think yesterday morning during full daylight. There's something above me in the trees, but I can't see it. I am doing something here. Well, that didn't work at all because these are reading glasses. I should have been wearing them here when I was doing this. I can't. Keep watching back here. Okay, so I came up here yesterday. We're gonna go on the move, guys. I'm seeing something back here. Just off to my left. You need to remember two things as we go on this walk and talk, because I want to get something in this video today. You need to remember a teeny tiny peach tree and a bird. Watch. See this? This is a baby peach tree. That's the dirt mound I dug it up from yesterday morning. You wait till you hear where I found this and how I found it. And then, remember I said earlier we'd seen two strange birds, or very rare birds we've never seen, just two in the last 2 or 3 days? On the way up, we actually saw the third. Oh, the indigo, I already told you that. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. There's something over here. Come on. Did you hear that? It's knocking right down the hill from us. All right, so listen. Get my entire 6. I'm gonna see if we can scan up in that treetop where. I've come about 5 feet over from where we were, and the knocks have already intensified. Keep getting my 6. So yesterday, I came up here during broad daylight hours to get the sand, recover the sand from where I piled the sand up and put the light bulb in that other video to conduct the energy, the current of whatever the heck's up here giving us those zaps, like the one we saw at the beginning of this video. And I thought, well, since I'm going up there, I'm going to take about half a dozen oak trees from the nursery, just take them up out of the pots, get them bare rooted, and plant them up there at random in the meadow. So I did that. Oak trees we've grown from acorns. I stopped here for a reason, keep watching. Oak trees that we've grown from acorns over the last 2 or 3 years. These were about 2 feet tall. They're about 2 years old. So the meadow part of our property is 3 acres. We don't mow it. We are letting it completely reforest. That looks like a trail, doesn't it? And I don't remember that being there. It's almost like there are portals back here that open and close at random. Watch right in the center. Looks like 2 of them back there. So somebody's commented, and this is obviously, this is not tongue-in-cheek, this is somebody who is supportive. They said, you know, you've got to stop running when you hear the knocks. You've got to stop running when these things creep up on you. I really don't think they're there to hurt you. And honestly, if I thought that they were, I wouldn't be out here doing this right now, let alone out here. They just send such mixed messages. That's why the saga continues. They don't want me here. Hold on. So anyway, and this person, the lady, said, think about these birds you saw. And she was talking about the, what was it? The scarlet tanager that we saw in the light bulb video as being a good omen. And so I'm standing there in the middle of the meadow, and I've just planted one of these little oak trees. And in the middle of a meadow where we've never, watch it, I stopped for a reason. Where'd it go? We're being followed down the hill. Oh great, there's our X, another one. Let's watch right here. So I'm thinking about what this woman's saying. So I'm looking out across our homestead. Beautiful day. I just finished mowing a couple days ago. The place looks like a resort, like a golf course. We got our pond full of fish, our fruit orchards we planted. Got a beautiful wife, a healthy son. Ta-ta-ta. All is well. Life is good. And I happen to glance down, and between my feet, I see this tiny little purple tree, the one I just showed you. And I said, this looks like a peach tree. So I got down to investigate, and sure enough, I found the hard outer shell of the peach pit. It was a peach tree. And I'm like, here I am thinking about omens, thinking about these rare birds. These are good signs that he, she, it, or they are not here to harm me. They could have if already. And it's like, is this another way for them to mysteriously and mystically communicate with me? So I dug it up, of course. I had the shovel with me, and I'm going to pot it up in a nice pot and make sure the deer and everything out here can't get it. I'm going to take care of that little tree and put it in one of our orchards probably next year. I'm thinking about it again this morning. Now here's where it gets really weird. Thinking about it this morning, I'm thinking about omens. Omens are the birds. Omens is the peach tree an omen. Should I go make a video about this? I mean, today's supposed to be an office day. So I'm sitting there having breakfast with my family. Look out at the bird feeder, and there are those 2 rose-breasted grosbeaks or grosbecks, whatever they're called. Never seen them before. So I say to myself, obviously you need to go make this video, share this news. This is good news. So here I am. So before I leave the house to come up the hill to the campground, I say to myself, what are the odds of you seeing another bird that you've never seen before? That would have to be an omen if that were the case, if that happened. Right there. Watch. See if I can get it from a different angle. And sure enough, we saw the very elusive indigo bunting on the way up the hill. If I can capture it again, if I can see it again and try to capture it on video on the way from here down to the house to upload this video, I'll put in the video. No promises. But 3 birds I've never seen before over a period of 3 days, and a little peach tree. I'm pretty much convinced though I already was. They're not here to hurt us. So now you know a little bit more about me and a little bit about what's going on here at Homesteading Off the Grid, the PBS, the potential Bigfoot Sasquatch show. Go check out my beautiful bride Dearly Giggly Girls channel, Life with Dearly, and we'll see you for more next time.